And there's no voice. And there's no voice. No audio, ma'am. No audio. Hello. Shall I start this? If there is a problem at your end, let me continue my presentation. I think you can show me the thumb so that you are listening to me. I'm not able to hear you, no?
Yes, sir, we can hear you very well.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So let me start with this. First of all, thanks a lot for inviting me uh, to deliver a lecture on the IoT, which is a Internet of Things. Thank you very much, ma'am, and thanks a lot to the organizing team for organizing these talks on a virtual platform on such a pandemic situations that occurs here. And wasting not much time, let me share my screen, my presentation with you. Yeah, my topic is on Internet of Things. This is the now a very what we can say the latest technology, the common buzz nowadays very popular. This is most important. We used to uh, do certain research on these topics, and we used to teach this topic in our campus. So, what is IoT? See, billion of things which are connected to the internet as of now. That means number of things, number of billion of things, number of things means the mobile phones which are connected on the internet, or the sensors or the hardwares which are connected on internet is basically we used to take the help to get something else from that is the internet of things. So we play with the internet, we do certain things on the internet and get something else from the internet. So IoT is the internet technology connecting devices. The various devices can be connected, connecting the machines, connecting the tools uh, to the internet by means of you can say wired or wireless technology. So the things connected to the internet are that is projected across 20 billion in the near future. That is many of the things which are right now not connected on the internet is planning to connect on the internet so that we can get abstract something more and more useful for the users. So, what are the components of the internet? There are four fundamental components of internet. Internet, which tells you about how the IoT works. The number one is sensors, the devices. When we say sensors, let me take you one example. The mobile itself is a sensor. A lot of sensors are there on your mobile phones. So we can do many things with the mobile phones also, which acts as a sensor. Let me give you one example that there are everybody is say for example in the bus, all are sitting in the bus with having the mobile phones, carrying mobile phones, having the internet facility. So with that, you can just find out how many seats have been occupied. You can find out how many seats have been empty. So you can create application and sense those things, how many sensors have been placed on the seats, and you can how many sensors have been occupied the seats, how many sensors have not occupied the seats. This is just you can fetch the information of the bus in a real time applications, right? So you can get the information. This is just an example that we can do certain things with this with the sensors with the mobile phones. You don't have to go and buy any sensors. A mobile phone can work itself as an sensors, right? So the number two is the connectivity. Connectivity means without the connectivity, it's impossible to get or fetch the informations. So connectivity is very important. That is a the reliable connectivity is much more important in this to fetch the informations. Then data processing. Data processing means the calculation of the data, the numbers of the data, the fetching of the data. See, whatever the information, say for example, I'm just giving one example in a simple way, that you are using internet, or you are using the ATMs, that is to withdraw the amount from the from your bank account, right? So whenever you use your this username and password on the internet, or from the ATM, you can use your code. So that it automatically fetches the data of your account and give it to you on the web screen, right? That is a data processing at the back end. So a lot of data is available, but where it has been stored, that all depends upon the data centers. Where is the how much data is there by the company which has been started, or say for example, when I'm taking the example of the banks, the bank have their own data centers, and the data centers are available on the cloud. When we talk about cloud, yes, we have to hire some data services from the cloud, so that this cloud services can be viewed from anywhere else. It is not specific or not static. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can see the information from your device. The moment I say device, that means your mobile phone, your tab, your laptop, your desktop, anything else, right? So it is a data processing. Whatever the data is there, you want to know your data, your information, that can be fetched from the web application, and you can get those things, which is through internet only. Then the user interface. User interface means the interface from web to the devices. It is basically, these things are very much important. You should know which protocol, on which protocol it works, on which application it works, and what are the see on which layer it works, right? So I'm not going into the details. These are just, I'm giving you the brief introduction about this. If you go into the details, more technical words can be used in that sense, right? Now, when we talk about sensors, the sensors means you have to sense the information, sense the data, or sense, say for example, I'm just taking the example of a sensor in every car. In a present scenario, the latest cars, when you use the back gear, then it beeps, right? Sometimes it will sense the distance, that it, please stay away from this object. So it beeps, like say for 1 meters, it will the sensors will give you the indications. It beeps automatically that you have to stop the car. So that is the purpose of the sensor. The sensors, many sensors are available. You have to just use the sensors where you need or where you required, right? So what is sensor? A device which detects or measure a physical property, and records, indicates, and otherwise responds to it, right? I have just given you example of the sensor used in the cars, which is used for the when you use the back gear. So it gives you the indication that the distance is now good enough. You have to stop your car so that something will not be damaged, right? So a sensor detects, senses, or changes in the ambient conditions or in the state of another device or system, and forward or process this information in a certain manner. See, when we talk about sensors, see, it's very easily, very cheaply available in the market nowadays. Only we should know how to use these sensors and get the information. And these sensors can work on internet, right? So only what we have to learn, we have to learn certain things which can be used, integrate these sensors on some hardware and fetch those information through that particular hardware on the web applications. So these sensors are very, very much important in a present scenario. So I'll show you at the end one. It's a very small 5 minutes movie which will show you, just elaborate you how this all things, how these things will work, right? A device can have multiple sensors. Now, when we talk about device means a mobile phones, it has multiple sensors, which works and give you the latest information, the real time information, and that can bundle together to do more, just to sense the things. For example, our phone is a device that has multiple sensors such as GPS, accelerometer, camera, etc., etc. So if you see this sensor applications for the smart word is, you can just see ultrasound radios, RFID, then the magnetic, electric. Many things are available. See, sensors. There are a lot of sensors are available. If you just go on and Google out the sensors, list of sensors are available for different applications, right? See, these are the different sensors which are available. So I can just, you can just view on the right side that on the pictures, that color sensor, gas sensor, the alcohol sensor, smoke sensor, thermometer sensors, rain sensor. See, all whatever you name, all sensors are available. You have to just use and integrate it on the circuit so that you can fetch the latest information. Just giving you one example, just right now I'm sitting here, and if I want to know the room temperature of my room, I can just use a sensor here and write down a application on a hardware, and it will display on your mobile phones that my room temperature is this. So this is one of the example. You can humidity, temperature. Let me give you one example. Take one example of the Chandigarh. In the lake, Sukna Lake, you can see the screen is there. It will show you the humidity, the temperature, and the pollution also, right? So their sensors have been placed on the Sukna Lake or on the Neelam Theatre in Sector 17, and these sensors will give you the real-time information on the screen, right? But this is the static screen. In that means you can go there and just note down those things. That is static. When we talk about the dynamic, means which is available on the web application, then you have to use internet. You have to just uh, use internet, write down a application, and that application can be viewed from the web. So whatever they are showing in sector 17 or in the Sukna Lake, you can view on mobile phone also if internet has been integrated. That means one of the example is internet of things. You can do this thing also on the web. So you can just view the information, latest information, real-time information on your mobile phone or on your device when you use internet. So sensors are there. You should know, you should aware how we can use, how we can integrate those things. So many sensors, temperature sensors, proximity, then IR sensors, pressure sensors, light sensors, ultrasonic, smoke, gas, and then touch screen. These many number of sensors are available. And see, we opened up here, one of the subject here is IoT for the uh, PG students. And the PG students, they used to work on these different sensors and do certain practicals, and they learn a lot of things while working with these sensors. These sensors are very, as I told you, very cheaply available, and the hardware is not too much costly. It's 1,000 or 2,000 rupees only. So it's very useful for the students to learn more and more things with these working sensors in the present scenario. When we talk about the cloud computing, when I told you about the data processing, the data is to be stored somewhere else. So you should need some cloud computing or some facilities where you can store certain information. You need a cloud, right? So, or what we can say, a data center. If it is in your static room or in some area where you are sitting, you need certain things to be stored on a machine or on a servers, right? But if you don't want to have certain, you want to don't hire any servers or workstations or anything else, then you have to go for this cloud things, right? So cloud is a delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, database, networking to software, which analyze, and it's intelligence which can work over the internet. So this is cloud, right? It is on demand availability of computer system resources. So it is on demand. You don't have to hire any hardware device for this. These services are available. Let me tell you one thing, that services are available. Either you can hire those services, or it is some in some sense it is freeware available on the open source platform, right? Whenever we talk about freeware, that means if you heard about two operating systems, one is a Windows, which is a Windows platform. You have to hire those this is operating system. You have to give the money to the company for purchasing this platform. Same the open source like the Ubuntu, the Firefox, the anything, whatever. These are open source. You can download it and you can play with it. So clouds, similarly, cloud services. There are few open source cloud services available. There are paid services which are available. So you just have to go through it where you can, which one is reliable, which one is not reliable. You can work on it like that, right? So you can just try to find out the cloud computing services which are available free of cost, which are on demand. I'll just give you one example of the cloud. Say, for example, you have a Gmail account or some other account, then you automatically will get 15 GB of a space on a cloud, right? So you can store each and every information of your data. Your data means your information on the cloud, and you can access those information from anywhere else from the device, right? So that is just an example of the cloud. It's a 15 GB cloud. But if you need more in terabytes, right, or gigabyte or terabytes, then you have to hire or you have to just search for the free services. So this is basically to start certain services, you need some backend data processing. For data processing, you need a cloud computing, which is available, and you just have to search for that, right? So you typically pay only for the cloud services you use, help lower your operating costs, run your infrastructure more efficiently, scale your business needs changes, right? The term is generally used to describe data centers available to many users over the internet. I told you data centers means a lot of data is processing at the back end. It's a cloud services, but you can say that it's a data center, right? The other thing is the computer networks. Networks means a computer, number of computers, group of computers that use set of common communication protocol over digital interconnections for the purpose of, say, sharing resources located on providing by the network nodes. So number of the systems, devices connected either through these are connected through the media. The media is a very important, which plays an important role in the communication era, right? So their medias are two types: guided media, unguided media. When we talk about guided media means a wired network, right? Through wire. And unguided media means it is a wireless. So guided media, it utilizes the wires or the cables to link the computer machines for connecting to the internet. That means wires play the important role wherever you have to have a very small network. You can say a local area network. When we talk about the wide area network, then you have to decide which media is to be utilized, either wired or wireless. When we talk about wired, from distance matters a lot, right? When two buildings are to be connected, say from example from one sector to another sector. In Chandigarh, I take the example. My office is in sector 46, then second office is in sector 12. How I can connect those things? So two ways. One is the wired media, which is mostly we used to say that this is a reliable media or reliable connectivity. The other one is the wireless network. Now, earlier it used to say this is unreliable, but now it is reliable also. The moment when we have our own satellites now, so it's totally everything is now on VSATs. When we talk about VSAT, is a very small aperture terminal that is through the VSAT satellite. You can connect anywhere else, distance, uh, uh, whatever the distance it is, right? If you have a office, one is in Kanyakumari, the other one is in Srinagar, you can connect those offices through this wireless connectivity. So I'm just talking about this network. Network plays an important role. Without network, internet never works, right? So this is the important thing. Wired and wireless devices on the same network can be connected. You, if you use Wi-Fi, when we talk about Wi-Fi, that is a wireless, right? Wi-Fi means certain range some limit has been there in that. So 30 meters, 40 meters, and how many devices can be connected, that all depends. And what is the bandwidth is required. This is also one of the important thing. These are the details. When you get into more and more, you get more and more details in that. So typically, the types of computer networks are: LAN is a local area network. That means some 100 meters of area, or you can say 1 kilometer of area. Then personal area network, it's a short area in a square meters, you can say. Then PAN, LAN, then MAN. MAN is a metro area network where the metro cities can be connected, right? From here, Chandigarh to, I can say, Panchkula and Mohali. These can be connected with this metro area network, or some other cities can be connected. When we talk about the WAN, it is wide area network. Wide area network means from one place to another place, and this, both the media can work, either wired or wireless. But when we talk about wired, that means you need a investment in that. You have to lay down the cable from one location to another location, and you need repeaters or amplifiers to amplify the signals, right? So this is just, I'm giving you simple examples in that how you can connect two stations. Either the station, the distance doesn't matter a lot. If it is 5 kilometers, 500 kilometers, 5,000 kilometers, that does not matter. Media plays an important role. You just have to decide which media is to be used. So the IoT connectivity, when we talk about this, the data collected by the sensors. When I talk about the sensors will have to fetch the data, and this data is collected and is sent to the cloud infrastructure, but it needs a medium for transport. So you have a cloud, you have a sensor, you just have to do certain things to fetch the sensors data and send it to the cloud for further processing. So the sensors can be connected to the cloud through various mediums of communications and transport, such as the cellular network, the satellite networks, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the wireless, the low power wide area network, and many more. Many more technologies, techniques are available. So only you have to decide which is the best technique, which is the best technology that is to be used, and where the data is to be sent, what is the distance, how much the throughput is there, how much the bandwidth is required. It all depends upon the how much data is there in the sensor, right? So this is very important that sensors can be connected to the cloud through these mediums, that is a communication medium, that to transport from source to the destination, right? So every option we choose has some advantages and disadvantages, and that is between the power consumptions, the range, the bandwidth. So choosing the best connectivity options in the IoT system, that is very important. So number of things you can connect, and these things can be connected on certain hardwares. From certain hardwares you can just use the internet, and from that internet you have to just choose the media, either wired or wireless, and send those information on the network. Then internet can be used on the network, that will work, and then the data will be collected at the cloud, and this can be processing. For processing this data, you have to write down, you have to learn, you have to go through the application with that particular application. You can write down the application, you can just application can calculate or analyze the data and give you the inputs, or from inputs then it will throw you the output, how it works, right? So when we talk about cloud computing, it's data processing on the data. Once the data is collected, it gets to the cloud, and the software performs process the acquired data, right? So data, whatever the data it is, it has to be processed, right? And it will give you some results for that, for processing such data, right? So this can be range from something very simple, such as checking the temperature reading on the device, or such as AC or heaters within the acceptable range. Then it can something also be very complex, such as objects of your any example you can take, or using computer vision on videos. These are the huge data. When you transfer the video, that is a huge amount of data is to be transferred from the source to the destination. But whenever you send certain files which are not bulky one, so that all depends upon the how much processing, the bandwidth, and the throughput is available with you, so that the data can be processed, right? There might be a situation when a user intersection is required. Example, when the temperature is too high, or there is a intruder in your house, then where the user comes into the picture. So then this is very important. Then you can, while processing this data, uh, there is a situation that occurs when the temperature is too high. So what you have to do, then you have to, either it will give you indication that the temperature is high, or somebody is inside your house. So some indication will occur, some buzzer will occur, something else will occur. So you have to write those kind of things or applications, so that it will give you the immediate buzz or information, so that you can react immediately according to that. So this is the benefit of the IoT, that whatever the things it sends, if it reaches or reaches the limit, it crosses the limit, then it will give you a buzz information that this is the real-time information. You have to take appropriate action immediately, right? When we talk about user interface, the information made available to the end users in the same way. You have to fetch the information from the cloud and give this information on the end users. End users means we all which are using the mobile phones or any devices. So this can achieve by triggering alarm on their phones or notify their text or mails. That means if something what we have or we can achieve, that can be triggered by alarming on the phones, whatever the indications we are getting. On the right side, you can just see the one of the application we are showing it, that the room temperature, the heater is on your home, and temperature is 72 degrees right now. So immediately it will reflect on the on your screen by certain applications, that is living room temperature is 72 degrees. So you have to take action immediately. Then similarly, on the second picture, if you see somebody is inside your house, and the camera will immediately give you the information on device that somebody is inside the room. Then you have to take appropriate action accordingly. So immediately you get those buzz or those information either through email or through the notifications, or through the phone calls, right? So whatever the things you can set accordingly with that. A this is one of the example of the IoT, how it helps you to improving your system of day-to-day system, right? A user sometimes might have interface through which they can actively check in on their IoT system. So it's some interface are available where you can regularly check the applications accordingly. Then you can check in the IoT system regularly what are the things going on, right? For example, a user has a camera installed in house. He might want to check the video recording and all the feed through a web server, so they can easily check those things. These are available nowadays. This is a technology which is available, presently available on this. So the user can also able to perform a action immediately. And second example, if I can say, a user detects some changes in the refrigerator, the user can remotely adjust the temperature via their phones. The applications, from the applications, you can just switch on and off your the uh, refrigerator. Also, you can set the temperatures also. So it will give you alarm system that your refrigerator is not working properly. So you can switch off or switch on the or adjust the temperature accordingly on the phones. So these things can be possible right now nowadays. If you have seen the advertisement also of Amitabh Bachchan, he is setting the room temperature through the mobile phone. That these air conditions are available with the sensors, so and the applications. Only the thing is you have to just use internet on that, so you can set the room temperature while you're going from office to home. So this is one of the example. Then there are also many cases are available where some actions performs automatically, right? So you don't have to take actions. There are certain applications where it automatically sits or performs the actions. So by establishing and implementing some predefined rules, right, the entire IoT system can adjust the setting automatically, and no human has to be physically present, right? So this it all depends what kind of applications you have purchased, or whatever application you have developed, or in-house development is possible, or you can purchase those applications according to your needs. In case any intruders are sensed, the system can generate an alert, not only on the owners of the house, but on the mobile phones also, right? So that can also be possible. So these are the applications of the IoT. Everyday things you can do with the sensors. You can see that either the uh, uh, house applications, you can create certain applications, everything you can do, either on the fitness also, or on the screens, televisions. You can switch on off your television by, you heard about many things now. Google is there, the Alexa is there. So these all applications, these all things are possible through the IoTs, right? Then the agriculture automation, you can just use the sensors, and the internet can view all the things, agriculture things automatically. Sensor will give you the information that everything is fine, everything is there. So many of the things are now monitored through the internet. Then embedded systems are available, mobile systems. Most of the applications are available on the mobile phones. That IoT plays a very important role on these things, right? Energy consumption is one of the application where, when we talk about the smart cities, or the smart applications which are available, um, uh, if it is physically something, can show you. We have a smart campus here in this region, that we at Punjab Engineering College Chandigarh, we have a smart campus. Smart campus means whenever the student enters into this campus, it automatically the internet works. He or she can go anywhere else. They can be monitored at the back end by the data centers, but there's no shortfall or disconnectivity of the internet in the campus, and there's no disconnectivity. Automatically, it will the internet will on, and whatever the things they are downloading, contents, whatever the things are there, that has been automatically viewed by these systems, right? Security surveillance is one of the application where the sensors can send the information right now to the police parties, or the security people, so that the action can be taken immediately. So these can be the sensors are placed, and these sensors are very important with the surveillance cameras, which has been placed in the cameras only. So these sensors will sense, and if there is any unobjectionable things occurs, the sensors will fetch those information, send it to the authorities, so as to take appropriate actions. So no manpower, no nothing is required in that. These things are possible on the IoT platform, right? Then telemedicines, healthcare. When we talk about telemedicines in these present scenario, the Corona period, the OPDs, the doctors are working on the internet itself. So you have to take online appointment. You have to take the doctor's appointment on online, and so they will give you whole information through the internet only. That these things, these are possible nowadays, and the people are working on it, on telemedicines and healthcare also. In smart homes, when we talk about smart homes and smart cities, Chandigarh is the city where the smart things can occur. And these smart activities are going on, and you just go through the newspapers that many things have been integrated and implemented in Chandigarh also. Then we see one of the things that I also initially was the member of Smart City Chandigarh. So we try to implement in the traffic, in the I can say the smart electricity, the street lights. So whatever the things, you can monitor street lights, you can monitor the electricity consumptions and all through the internet. So these things that these are things are the municipal corporations working on it, and these things can be implemented soon. Right? When we talk about this, the traffic, the vehicles, persons, pets monitor can be controlled through the IoT platform. Talk about the building management or the electricity or the water system. If there is any leakages in the water supply or anything else, the sensors can give you fetch the information, give you the information online that there is a whatever the consumption of the water is day to day. That can also be viewed. Whatever the water bills can be viewed on the applications, that is online application. So many things can be worked on this. These are the just few applications which I just noted down that which are day-to-day activity which can be performed through the IoT. So the need of the IoT is the IoT has the application across all industries and the markets, right? So you name the any industry or name any market, it helps you a lot in developing the applications, improving the applications, and uh, many in helping the manufacturing units to uh, uh, do better things in the industry, right? So it spans to the users group from those who want to reduce energy use in their home to large organizations who want to streamline their operations. So it also it proves not just useful but nearly critical in many industries as technology advance. We move towards the advanced automation imagined in the distant future also. So this is the need of the IoT in present scenario. When we talk about the applications, is smart. When we have to talk about smartphones, home is a home automation is a building automation for that is smart home or a smart house, we can say. So we can monitor, we can control home attributes such as lighting, climate, entertainment systems, and the appliances through the IoT, right? And it may include home security, such as access control and alarm systems can be integrated on the internet, and that can be integrated and gives you the information, the real-time information to you. Smart homes, the homeowners to control appliances, thermostats, lights, other devices using the smartphones or the tablet or any device through the internet connections. So this is now every if you go and see these things have been integrated and implemented nowadays. You can also use this, and this can be set up through the wireless or the wired systems. That all depends. I told you that you have to just check the reliability. You have to just find out which solution is better, and you just try to Google out or find out these things which are cheaply available, flexible, reliable. These things are important for day-to-day scenario to find out which technology is the best to implement or integrate at the home appliances. So smart home technologies provides homeowners with the convenience and the cost savings, right? When we have to talk about the environmental monitoring, yes, I told you, I just give you one of the example of Sukhna Lake or the Neelam Theatre. There is a display where the environmental monitoring system is there. So that is a static environmental system. But when you plug into the internet and the application you can install, you can find out this the real-time application and find out the environmental conditions on your mobile phones of Sector 17 or of Chandigarh, right? So environmental protection, extreme weather monitoring, you can see the water safety, the species protection, and the commercial farming where these things, these sensors can be used. So sensors detects and measures every type of environmental changes. So these, I told you, sensors are available in a it's not too costly, it's very cheaply available. You can just Google out, find out, try to use it out with a I can say in a very simple manner. Everybody can learn those things which when internet is there, you can learn many. So in the present scenario, when we talk about the manufacturing, so there is a double IoT. We used to say this double IoT means the industrial Internet of Things. With double IoT is the weight of the digital transformation in the manufacturing. When we talk about just simple example and in the vehicle manufacturing unit, now it's all not manual, it's all automated by the robots. So every assembly is done by the robots only. No manpower, nothing else is required with that. This is all possible through the IoT platform. So industrial IoT implies a network of sensors to collect critical production data and use cloud softwares to turn this data into a valuable insight about the efficiency of the manufacturing operations. Manufacturing's technology currently use the standard technology along with the modern this distribution, and they can analyze those things. So in deeper integration, more powerful analysis can be done through this IoT. So this opens the world of manufacturing in a way never seen before as organizations become fully deployed for product delivery rather than global network. See, whenever I'll just take you example of a car, manufacturing a car. Everywhere the sensor is there, everywhere nowadays. So you can get whole information about your car. If something is less, high, low, any value is something else, there is changes. So it will reflect on the application or your mobile phone that your car needs this service, your car needs this, your car needs that. So this is just simply simplifying the things. You don't have to be go to the market and just show to the any person that there is a problem in your car. The problem will automatically specify through the IoT on your device. When we talk about the energy, yes, smart energies use intelligent devices and data analysis based on the IoT technologies. There is a smart grid optimized allocation in the real-time integrated high distributed renewable energy sources and predicts equipment failure before they cause outage. So optimization qualities of IoT in the manufacturing apply to the energy consumptions, right? IoT allows a variety of energy control and monitoring functions with the applications, devices, commercial and residential energy use, and these energy sources and their energy sources. The optimization result for detailed analysis. I'll just give you one example. Many companies are there. Wipro is there, then Havels, and many other companies. You name any. They all are working on this saving the energy through the IoT platform. So every now in you take the LEDs or you take the solar energy, the sensors have been placed here, then they can give you the exact information about the usability, about the energy consumption, everything can be there. So this is now it is basically using in the many cities, which we have seen that you will see in the Chandigarh smart city platform also soon. When we talk about the building, yes, it applied for the building. Various structured allows you automate routine residential and commercial tasks, needs in a way that dramatically improves living and working environment. And this seen with the manufacturing and energy application reduce cost, enhance safety, improves individual productivity, and enhance quality of life. The moment we talk about the transportation, there is a intelligent transport system is there. And if you see intelligent transport system, it will give you the latest information about the transportation. It's a advanced application which aims to provide the innovative services related to the different modes of transport and traffic management, and enables users to better informed and make safer, more coordinated and smarter use of transport. So you can save most of the things. You can save fuels, you can save accidents. With this smart information you get in the real-time platform, the drivers can get immediate information that if there is a collision of or if there is a traffic congestion on their way, they can change their route or they can go to other route. While getting such information, you can save a lot of fuel and consumption, all these things. At every layer of transport, the IoT provides improved communication control and data distribution. So it's one of the technology, one of the things that I know IoT platforms is it's a vehicle ad hoc networks, which gives the latest information on that. So these application includes personal vehicles, commercial vehicles, the trains, the ultra vehicles, and the other equipments which has to be used. The extends throughout the entire system of all transportation elements such as the traffic control, parking, fuel consumption, and more. Right. So in when we talk about the smart parking, so the sensors have been placed. You can get the information that how much parking slots are available through the applications if it has been connected through the internet. So if you are, say, for example, you're going to sector 17 and there are parking lots which are available, you can just find out where the parking slots are available. You can go directly and run without wasting any time, right? So these can be possible through this IoT platform. The most important thing is about the education. Yes, during the pandemic, you know that the all classes, the virtual platform, all classes are going on the virtual platform. There is no physical presence is there of the students. The classrooms are going on either through Google Classroom or through other platforms, right? So even this has been the IoT has been customized and enhanced education by allowing optimization of all contents in the form of delivery, right? So the storage is there, the recording is there, the online examinations have been there, the proctoring software is there, which can check each and everything, that there should not be any kind of a cheating or anything else that can be occurred. So many things companies are working on this education side, and it reduce cost labor of the education through the automation of and the common task outside the actual education process. The IoT in education means a better connected and more collaborative future of the education. When we talk about IoT devices given to the students, better access to the everything from learning material to the communication channels, and they give teachers the ability to measure students' learning process in the real time. When we talk about the Google Classroom, I'm just giving you one example of the Google Classroom, that Google Classroom can analyze each and every activity of the students. If you just Google out the Google Classroom, there are many activities which are available. So you can just have to plug in those activities, download those activities, use those activities. At the back, these applications can be configured, and accordingly you can set those things. And you can start your classes regularly with these platforms. So all contents are available on the cloud. All contents, when we talk about the cloud, I told you that 15 GB is a personal data which is available. So the materials which you have taught or which you have shared with the students can be available on the cloud. Or the connected students can view those materials, not everyone, right? So this is a very secure platform where the students can be viewed only the teachers' contents, and teachers can be connected only to the students. So online virtual platform, a classrooms is available nowadays with this technology, which we can say the IoT, right? The internet, without internet, nothing is possible, right? When now we talk about healthcare, just see it enables healthcare professionals to more watchful and connect with the patients proactively. The data collected from the IoT device can help physicians identify the best treatment process for the patient and reach the expected outcomes. A connected healthcare ecosystem will make it easy for the patient to access and track their health information and allow for seamless communication with the providers. So IoT plays a significant role in enabling doctors to monitor patient remotely and in timely manner, right? So this is a new thing during the pandemic, that the researchers or the companies or persons are working on it. I'm just giving you the pictorial view about this, that there's something, applications are available, the watches are available. You can monitor those things and can integrate those things through the applications and can share these things with the doctors. In the government applications, many things have been integrated on the IoT. IoT supports the development of smart nations, smart cities. So this includes the enhancement of the infrastructure as discussed with you, the energy, transportation, etc., etc. The defense system can also be they are using this IoT platform, and the engineering and the maintenance of the communities. So many things are there: traffic management, education, smart streets, smart lighting, air pollution, open data, electromagnetic emissions, smart buildings, smart homes, leakages of the gas, the smart environment, smart health, water quality. Many things, many more things have been integrated in the government applications. When we talk about Chandigarh, yes, you can just click on your this electricity and water bills and on the web application and pay the bills online. And other things have also been now integrated on the internet. Companies are working on it, so you can just view each and everything of your if when we talk about state office or municipal corporation or any other offices, they are basically working on it, and you can view those things through the applications online after some time, right? So other IoT applications are smart parking, noise, smart phones detection, traffic congestion, smart light, waste management, smart roads, river floods, smart grid, tank level water flow, many more things. So early detection systems is there, and other many things have been there. Just try to find out those things, other applications where this IoT plays a very important role in this thing. Few challenges are there. Yes, these challenges are the lack of mature IoT technologies and business processes. There's a limited guidance for the life cycle maintenance and management of the IoT devices, limited best practices available for the IoT developers, and there's a lack of standards for authentication and authorization of the IoT devices. So these are the few challenges which most of the time the awareness is very less about the IoT. So if more and more awareness is there, then more things can be developed, more things can be do for the betterment of the city. Security is one of the issue. Yes, it is very much important. And when we talk about the securities, which we can say data confidentially, right? Insufficient authentications, insecure interface, lack of transport, encryption, uh, confidentially preserving your data, access control. This is then privacy is required, data for the data protection, then and data protection, this traceability, unlawful processing, everything is there. Trust is required for that. So same parallelly things are working on it on the security issues also. When we have to talk about the security, it's a different thing. Another lecture is required for the security, right? So I'm just not discuss about the security issues, which is very important with the IoT platform. So just to know that IoT security is the act of securing Internet of Things devices and the network they are connected to. And in the business setting, the IoT devices include industrial machines, smart grid, building automation, and other things can bring to the world. So security is very important. We have to integrate those things with the IoT security platform. So there's another thing is smart city, but time is it's all 12:30. So let me share 5 minutes a video at how this IoT works, right? Stop. So everywhere this is sensor have been placed. Just see it. I hope that you get the information about the IoT and the awareness about the IoT, which I have discussed many things. I have shown many things on the video itself. You can just see that many of the things have been implemented, integrated, and these are possible nowadays. So with the IoT, the life is become much and more and more simpler, right? With these usability of the devices, sensors through the internet, with different medias and communication protocols which have been used for this. So I'm ending my. I have to end it here right now. And if any question answers is there, I am happy to give the answers to any student. And uh, I I can just say that Preeti ma'am, anything else you would like to say or?
First of all, thanks for sparing your valuable time and enlightening us with your commendable talk on the subject. So it is really informative and it is going to be benefit many students for their future perspective also. So any student wants to ask any query from sir, then please let us know. So sir, thank you so much for your valuable time. And we are also thankful to our principal madam, Professor Nisha Agarwal, and HOD Professor Poonam Agarwal for giving us this opportunity and platform to enhance our knowledge. So thank you so much, sir.